YouTube, guess what? I re-recorded this video and then got like fucking 3 minutes into it, and then my phone was full on memory because I had forgot to delete vlogs from like the last 3 vlogs. So I've had all these videos building up on my phone, and yeah. So I got drunk yesterday. I got really drunk. I was going to possibly make another video last night of a vlog, just so you could see how drunk I was, because holy shit. Before 6 o'clock came around, which 6 o'clock is when I eat dinner, I get off at 4, so I only was home for maybe an hour and a half, and I was drunk before I even went inside to eat. And then I kept drinking while I ate, so I was still drunk by the time I finished eating. And then I continued to drink until I went to bed. And I went to bed at 11 o'clock, and I was wasted. Like, fucking wasted. And it felt great. And it sucked, also, because I don't drink normally on the weekdays. That's twice in a row I've drank, and then obviously came to work next morning, so it was a little bit rough second day coming in, but actually made it here on time instead of being late, which is hugely crazy for me. And I yeah, I was really mean to some people yesterday, and because my deal with my emotions in extremes. It's not a good way to live life, people. So if you are possibly the same way, or the story sounds anything similar to you, and possibly you, like me, should try to figure out ways as to not have it happen like this. But I build up my stress and my anger and everything like that, and then I have a breaking point. Which everybody has a breaking point, but most people can barely handle some amount of stress, and then they hit the breaking point and they're all depressed and oh my god, stuff like that. It's cool. But I can go a very, very long time without having that breaking point. So sometimes when it finally breaks and then I just let the floodgate go, there is sometimes so much shit on the other side of that floodgate that, like, when it's like overflowing, and then it just breaks open. So like everybody gets everything all at once. I had a horrible day. Like I said really mean things to people that honestly I didn't really feel at the time, but I mean I felt at the time, but it was just that mixed emotions feeling, and being just sad to begin with, and yeah. So I mean, I guess we live and learn. Wonder why my friends run away from me, and then I do this to them. So, kind of makes sense. I deserve everything that I felt. That's why I kept telling my mom last night. She kept saying she felt bad. And she was sorry that I was feeling horrible and really depressed and stuff. And I was just like, dude, I deserve everything that I had going on yesterday. All the feelings, all the everything that was being kicked up and around. The people I made mad at me. Deserve it. I deserve it all. But yeah, so, drunk, had a good night-ish. Like, and it's like, on top of that, like, I broke down and cried, which I don't really care to admit because, like, I think I said this yesterday, possibly, that for a man to sit there and say that he doesn't cry is actually more unmanly than a man who admits that he cries, because everybody cries. Fuck, I cried yesterday, and that was the first time I've cried in a year. Like, I'm not even joking, because, there's just not that much for me to cry about nowadays in my life. But it's still the fact I'm not afraid to admit that I can cry, being a man. You got guys out there like, oh, I won't admit that I cried because I'm a man. Well, I'm a dude. I cried. So fucking what? You cried when you were a kid. You cry when you're an adult. Shitty enough things happen, you're gonna fucking cry. So, well, excuse me, jeez, I'm really running my mouth. But, it's just one of those things where it happens to the best of us. And, funny little note to add to the end of this before I go in right now. So I found out that all the stuff that I still had to get done with my dentures, like my next appointment, and then like the adjustments, and the possibly getting a second set of dentures for half the price, all of that doesn't exist anymore. Because evidently on the contract that I filled out, it said that within 7 months of your surgery, everything had to be complete for it to work, and it's been almost 8. So I missed my appointment by like 2 weeks. So now if I go and get shit done, it's going to cost the full price, which sucks because that's like $1,000, almost $2,000 more than I was going to spend originally. So if insurance covers some of it, that'll be cool. I don't really know what they will and will not charge or pay for, because it's insurance, and I can't remember who I have for dental right now, because I get through my dad until this year, until I have to get my own hospitalization and shit. But whoever my dad's company goes through for dental sucks, and they barely cover anything. So if you have dental insurance, don't go by the minimum or the amount that they'll cover for you, because like the company or the insurance company we use is actually they give us $1,000. Well, obviously not just hand you. They'll cover $1,000 worth of dental work, right? Which obviously with surgery and my dentures, that money was gone in like no time. But still, the fact there's a lot of stuff that they wouldn't even fucking cover that obviously I paid for. But it's one of those things where like, yeah, we'll give you $1,000, but this can only be used for these 4 small things. And then I go in there to surgery, and they're like, oh, we can't cover any of that because that's just not what we do. And it's like, why the fuck we get dental insurance if the dental insurance doesn't cover the dental work? That doesn't make any sense to me. I guess that's really like any insurance, but like, you got hospitalization, you can go through anything through the hospital. You could go to the hospital with a broken leg to cancer, and you will still get your shit done and done right. And the insurance company obviously will cover some of it depending on what you have done, and if it costs too much, you're going to have to pay for the rest. But still, the fact that they don't sit there and go, oh, you got x-rays? No, sorry, we don't cover x-rays. Oh, what, you broke your leg, they had to do surgery? No, we don't cover that surgery. We only endorse just visits. If you just come in, get a checkup, yeah, that's fine. We'll pay for it. Like, they don't roll like that. So it's like, why does the dental insurance have this ability to be like, this, and this is what we cover, and everything else is not covered? So I'm just saying, for people out there who are about to get dentures or just about to get a lot of work done with their mouth, I'd highly, highly suggest looking up your insurance company, finding out the money that they'll cover, and then also looking up or calling them and figuring out what they are able to cover. Because if you go into it thinking, I have X amount of money from my insurance company that they'll cover on my surgery or my dentures or whatever, you can find out that they don't even cover any of it, because that's just not what they do. So just be on the lookout. A little helpful information. I'm gonna go. So if you like this video, a like would be much appreciated. Almost punch my face every single time I do that. I'm just like, ah! But if you want to keep up with this stuff, you should subscribe. Keep up with me and my life. Yeah, because I'm so cool. Duh. And, yeah. If you're watching this, you should enjoy whatever time of day it is. Morning, night, evening, day, afternoon. You enjoy it. If you don't, because I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and, goodbye from this shitty state of Ohio.